Affairs and you are not late, this is the premiere. We're going to dive into 2 trivia segments, and also we're going to have some moments where we could really like relate it to real life. We have a family expert in the building. You will find out who that person is, and if you would like to be a family, expert, obviously message me on Instagram, because we gonna hear about it, and we about to get into this show, y'all. So if you are the guest for today, please request that box. This is gonna be interesting because these 2 guys, they know they stuff. All right, shout out to the scouts. He is ready. Sipping on something. He said, Casper, you gonna have a run for your money today. You think you really? Who gonna be the head of the family affairs this week, y'all? We have Aquarian Soul, and we have the scout man himself, Casper. Can you introduce yourself and let the people know who you are for the ones that don't know?
Aquarian Soul. I'm a glitch in the matrix. I don't be doing too much. I just be chilling for real, like admin for a multitude of different shows here on the app, top badger shows, non-top badger shows, featured and non-featured. I just be chilling for real. I had an amazing auction last night, so you know what I'm saying? Like, I just really want Soul not to make me mad right now.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy, you feel me? I'm the disaster that's Casper. I'm here to have a good time. You can tap in with me every Monday for my feature show, Geek Out. That's why I was so excited to do this show, because I incorporate geekdom. We be talking about all things that you geek out on. If you're passionate about it, come to the show. I'm going to test your knowledge, make sure you're rocking like that with trivia questions. But we also going to do an interview portion where you tell us why you like or why you geeking out over this person. So tap in with me every Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Geek Out. Other than that, you know what I'm saying? Anywhere you see that green and yellow crest, that's the symbol of the Scouts. That's my team. Shout out to my boy 38, who just recently got featured with Knowledge Knockout. That happened Thursday at midnight. So shout out to him. So we really over there trying to do the content route. So tap in with us. Y'all feel me?
Shout out to the scouts. Thank y'all so much for being here. And thank y'all in the comments and everybody that showed up today for the premiere. Listen, it's family day. And look, some of y'all make me feel like y'all my family for real. So being that I describe what the definition of family is, would y'all say y'all family, you consider your family big?
I mean, if we're talking like within blood relations and heritage, my family is huge.
Okay. What you thinking, Casper?
Our family, we not that huge. It's not a lot of us, but we tight knit. We try to keep in contact and we close, but it's definitely not a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? If we all go somewhere, it just ain't a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get too dark, but we all can't go to the same place. It's gonna be the end of the bloodline around here. It ain't that many of us. We fit in a minivan. You feel me? So it ain't that many of us.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna get right into the game. Do y'all feel like y'all have who got big families in the building? Drop a big in the comments. Let me see if you got a small family, drop a small in the comments. All right, so going into this, I will say the first one that we're gonna dive into, y'all. Oh, somebody got mid, somebody got big. This is a classic right here. We had to start with who want to guess what this intro is? If you don't know, you definitely don't know 90s. Come on now.
Facts. Oh, shout out to the voice actress of Marge Simpson. She just recently passed away, I want to say 2 weeks ago. So shout out to the voice actress of Marge Simpson. She just recently passed away. Shout out to her.
Yeah, rest in peace to her for sure. Okay, so before we dive in and I tell you the rules of this trivia game, right? I want to know what your favorite family sitcom of the 90s is. Top favorite.
I think if I had to pick one, like my favorite would probably be Family Matters. Honestly, like that was my jam. Like it was really good. Like it taught a lot of different lessons. Like I was a bad little kid back then, so I was seeing some of the things that I was doing being portrayed on there, and they was handling it better. But it was good.
Okay. Family Matters. Okay. Cosby. I see Cosby Killer. What would you say, Casper?
I definitely had quite a few, but when you narrow it down to sitcom, I got to go with the one that stuck out to me the most, the one that I did not want to miss, and that's got to be Boy Meets World. I grew up with Corey and Sean. You feel me? That's what taught me what a friendship was. Like, they was ride or die. So Boy Meets World was hands down. That was my go-to. And Topanga was everybody's first love. You feel me? Everybody was crushing on
So you like. Okay, so look, I like that. I like that. We got a little, difference in the room, but I see a lot of in the comments too. Yeah, we was on the TV programs. So we about to get into this trivia. I'm super excited to see. And you want to, I don't want to flip a coin, but who wants to go first? Because the rules of the game is you have 2 minutes to see how many questions you can get correct. Okay? When you hear this, you have gotten it correct. If you did not hear that bell, it's up to you on if you are going to next the question because you're running on time, or you're going to keep it going, or you got the answer. If you don't get it right, then you just don't get it right.
I go first. I volunteer as tribute.
Ooh, okay. All right now.
Plus, I like the Simpsons too, so I might be in here. You feel me? Let's go.
All right, we're going to have 2 minutes. Y'all ready? All right. Let me get my timer ready. All right. We got 2 minutes on the clock, and it's on you, Casper. The Simpsons originally appeared as a short on what TV show?
Fox.
What is Bart's full name?
Bart Simpson.
Who is Homer's mother?
Pass.
What is Lisa's IQ?
124.
Who did Marge go to her high school senior prom with?
Pass.
What year did the Simpsons movie come out?
2004.
When did this animated series start airing?
1989.
All right. What did
I got all of them wrong before this one.
Jay Simpson.
That's the first one I got right. Repeat the question.
You got 1 minute on the clock. You have 1 minute on the clock. Come on. What does the J stand for? Homer J. Simpson.
Pass.
What is the name of the bar Homer frequently drinks at?
Moe's.
Who is the Seinfeld's founder?
Pass.
Okay. What part of the opening credits is different almost every week?
When they sit on the couch.
What is the name of the Simpsons' pet dog?
Santa's little helper.
What is Homer's job?
At the nuclear plant.
Okay, what is Mr. Burns' catchphrase?
Excellent.
What is the name of the Simpsons' friendly neighbor?
Ned Flanders.
How old is Lisa Simpson?
9. Pass.
What is the age of Bart Simpson? Ooh, your time is up. Your time is up. I hope you got those.
I was like, what? That's the only. I made it come back in the end though, but man, I was looking pretty bad.
He did good though. He did good. Once you realize you ain't get as many as you thought you got right, you started picking it up. So, Aquarian, now you have a choice. Do you want me to rerun some of those questions he got wrong, or would you like to start over with new questions?
Let's go ahead with a whole fresh set.
I don't blame you.
All right, so we about to start you off, and Aquarian, you have 2 minutes on the clock. All right, what kind of beer is usually served at Moe's Tavern?
Regular beer. Next.
How many cats have been with the Simpsons family?
How many cats?
Yep.
4.
Which U.S. president referenced the Simpsons in the speech at the Republican National Convention?
Is it Nixon? Reagan? Next. Oh my goodness.
Okay, so in Simpsons Roasting on the Open Fire, what does Bart Simpson want for Christmas?
A new slingshot? Next.
What is the air date of the first episode of The Simpsons?
Next.
You paid attention. Which member of the Simpsons family is Buddhist?
Lisa.
Name Mr. Burns' teddy bear.
Next.
Okay. What's Marge Natural's hair color?
Marge's natural hair color, blue. Red, black, yellow. Next.
Which Simpson kid features in the animated short film Playdate with Destiny?
Maggie.
Bart Simpson is seen doing what during the opening credits to The Simpsons?
Writing over and over again how bad he is.
Mr. Burns is the owner of what in The Simpsons?
The power plant.
How many members of the Simpson family are there?
5.
Okay, and your time is up. All right. So that is the first part of the trivia game, y'all. Y'all will fit. You got to stick around. You got to stick around for the points. Got to stick around to see who got what.
And I thought Casper, I thought you had a couple of those, but that bell, man. So, by 2, we got Casper in the first round.
Ooh, by 2? Oh,
By
this
2.
is good. Okay, so we got another round coming.
Let's get lit.
We have another round coming. So, yes, that is intense because the next round, this is up for anybody. Who's going to be the head of the family affairs? You know how interesting this is? Going back to the scouts meeting, like, I'm the head of the family affairs. I mean, chakra-wise, obviously, in the show. All right, well, if you are new here, this is Family Affairs, and this is the season premiere, y'all. And listen, Casper has won the first round by 2 points, and we're gonna go ahead and go to the sitcom scenario of real life. If I can have my skit ready when you are ready, box up please, so that we could dive into a different part of the show called sitcom scenario to real life.
This scenario plays into real life. If you have siblings or cousins, if you grew up with somebody around your age in the same household, this scenario, or this is the scenario.
2 years and no one ever gave me anything. Are you taking his dessert?
Yes, I am. Up to him.
Fat ass. I'm sorry.
Are you eating that cake?
Seems like it now, but you're going to live and sister grow up.
You're always living like you're living with me.
That's not true. I love you both the same amount, 40%. You gotta leave room in the budget.
My bad, y'all. I'm sorry.
Look at the bumper sticker. He's fun.
Bumper stickers mean so much to me.
All right. So y'all seen the scene. We're gonna dive into if anybody has this experience, coming up, we would definitely love to hear from you as well if you want to box up. So when you see this scene, what do you think of? Have you had an experience in your life where another sibling or cousin was kind of like, always getting that validation or the affirmation that you kind of was pushed to the back burner at times?
I definitely want to kick in because it's a big scene. There was one part that I definitely identify with, and then I'm gonna let Aquarian go. I have been sitting at the table with my son, and he got up to go get some out of his room, and he had 3 cookies left from McDonald's, and I actually did eat 1.5 of his cookies. Because you get 3, there used to be 3 for at McDonald's, and I did eat 1.5 of his cookies. And we got back, he was like, "Did you eat my cookies?" And I was like, "No, but I did have a little bit of chocolate chip on my face and stuff." So I do identify with Homer that, like, if you leave the snacks, you know what I'm saying, you leave them to be open to be eaten. But I'm gonna let Aquarian go. My fault. I just gotta say that.
You know what?
Screaming, yo, like, hey. So, I mean, me personally, I ain't never had that particular experience. Me and my siblings grew up separate from each other. But, I mean, it's not hard to put yourself in the place of a kid that's trying to have himself recognized by his father. You know what I'm saying? Like, I noticed you always giving your love and attention over here to this one. Like, I'm trying to figure out how I can get your attention too. I think we finally got there to it, and then he thinks that he threw the throwing out the window, like, you know what I'm saying? So it killed him. Like, yeah, I could definitely understand that. But for the record, I'm eating the snacks too. Like, don't get up from the table. If you got a whole bunch of fries, I'm the fry thief. Like, if you got fries right there, like, you ain't gonna have no more.
Hey,
That,
introducing the family expert of this week's show, Math teachers, top ass math teachers. Hello. I know you got something to comment about this. What would you say?
First of all, I don't trust neither one of them around my food. Don't leave neither one of them by your food.
Not there.
But get into the actual, what I'm thinking. You treat one better than the other. Some of them are put up on. Some of those people that are treated better than the other ones need that extra attention. I think that God made us different on purpose, because I'm the one that was like, she got all the accolades and I'm over here in the cut, brains. I'm the smartest kid my mom had. I'm the best one. I'm the last, and I'm the best, because the rest of them had to go through that, mommy, baby me kind of stuff. I think it's fair to say that we as parents do have favorites. Some of y'all act like y'all daddy. So in that aspect, I think that everybody has experienced that, even with a cousin. You know what I mean? They're like, why they always bragging about him? I'm the one that's going to school and getting straight A's. Like, he just got out of jail, And they're having a party for him. Like, I graduated, nobody came. So things like that help build character in the person that's getting less than, if that makes any sense.
I agree.
I love that. Thank you so much, family expert. We're going to have you back again. I would say that I've had to experience that, and I don't know why. I feel like families do need to take away a little bit of the compare contrasting. Everybody is different.
I feel like, if I get serious for a minute, and I don't get serious about it. With me, I had to check myself, because I have, 2 boys, and one of my boys, growing up, he actually lived with me, and the other one lived with his mom. And closer with my younger son than I was with my other one. And so when my oldest son came to live with me, I had to really adjust how I did, because I had such a strong relationship with my younger son, because I saw him every day. We did everything together. We watched shows together. I just had a stronger bond with him because I saw him every day. And when my other son came, he could see that. And so, it's almost like an unconscious thing. You don't even know that you're doing it. It's just like, that was my go-to. That was my dude, And I had to definitely check myself. He's like, you like him more than you like me. And I laughed it off, but I really had to look at it, because I was like, I am doing a little bit more with him than I do with you. And I had to check that. And so I definitely think that there are moments, where things like that happen. And all you can do is you have to acknowledge that, if it's you, acknowledge that you made the mistake, or if it's somebody else, acknowledge that they may be making a mistake, but bring it to their attention. That's all you can do as the other person, is bring it to their attention, let them know how you feel about it, and then move on. With me, I had to own it and adjust.
I'm not a parent yet, but I'm a doggy mom, and I recently got a second dog. Her name is Zena, and I have to pet both of them at the same time. They just do a lot of combating for, if one, I got to give them the treats at the same time. So yes, you have to be very intentional when you're bringing the other. Yeah, same with dogs, definitely. And it was hard to adjust. I didn't expect them to be like that. I felt really loved. I'm like, they praying for me, okay. I'm a good mama. But yes, all right, y'all. So if y'all have any situations where y'all want to discuss it, we will chime in on that a little later. But we about to get into the second round, y'all. Oh, you got something to say? Go ahead.
I just want to add real quick that I feel like that what we're talking about is one of those generational curses that people need to break. Because a lot of those times that action of treating one better than the other is something that the parent went through, the grandparent went through, and it's being passed on through generations. Like, I think that's one of those generational curses we really need to focus on and kill.
Let's dissect that for a moment. So me and my little brother are 20 years apart, right? So
wait, say that again?
20 years apart. Yeah.
They was done and decided to start over. Like, we're done, let's start over. What's your daddy number? What was you thinking? You was done. You started over.
20 years apart, right? When I would take him out and stuff, people would think that was my son. And I felt like a lot of things that I used to get my beat. You know what I mean? We from the island. So, certain things was not tolerated. And then now to watch my mom like be real soft with him, like everything is like, oh, let's talk about it. Now you see how they want to, with the second child, they want to really like be,
But nah, get him like you got me. Nah, get him like you got me. Nah, definitely.
It's like the oldest one is the trial run. I was the oldest too. The oldest, you got to try everything. Let's beat him and see what happens.
Right, exactly. So I'm just like, I think that it's a lot of, let's have conversations with these kids now than, oh, let me learn from the first experience. Let me do it a little different this time. So
and the last thing I want to add is, if you're a parent out there and you whoop your kids, please do not say, this gonna hurt me more than it's gonna hurt you. Because let me tell you something, that's the biggest lie on history. It definitely hurt me more. I don't care nothing about your feelings. You know what I'm saying? I'm ripped up. You know what I'm saying? It hurt me more, mama. You know what I'm saying? But that's just all I gotta say about that. Don't say that.
Yeah,
Not a
because
good
you
line.
got it easy, right? All right, so we about to go into the second half of the show, y'all. Woo! All right, so if you have not been here earlier, y'all missed the first round. Casper is 2 points up. Only 2 points. Anything could happen this round, y'all. So when you hear this, that means they got it right. It's up to them to next it. I've helped y'all out a couple times because I know y'all was on 2 minutes. Y'all ain't
I
even
ain't know what was going on for me. I was like, why I ain't hearing no bells? I got all the
Yeah, you was getting them answers wrong. You thought you was okay. So, do you want to, since you won the first round, would you like Aquarian Soul to go first, or you want to knock it out?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Based on his line of questions, I'm gonna go first again. Because I wouldn't have got hardly none of them jumps right. So I'm gonna go first again. That man questions was ridiculous.
Okay, so we got 2 minutes on the clock, y'all. Welcome to Family Affairs, and this is the premiere Sundays at 4 p.m. Eastern, where we tap into the family sitcoms of the 90s, obviously, and we, relate it to real life, and we have trivia style games here. So this is the second round, and we got 2 minutes on the clock. All right, and go, Casper. Okay, who is the creator of The Simpsons?
Yeah, Jim Johnson, Ned Johnson, pass.
Okay, what instrument?
Wait, that was right.
What instrument did Lisa play?
The saxophone.
What is the full name of the comic book guy?
The comic book guy, pass. I got that was his name.
What is the name of the clown that hosts the children's TV show?
Krusty the Clown.
Okay, who shot Mr. Burns?
Maggie.
That was right. Lisa was inspired by what real life person?
I can see him. Pass.
All right. Which Springfield resident has a twin brother named Herb?
Pass. That's
What is the name of the school bus driver?
Big good pass.
Which character is obsessed with getting revenge on Bart?
Sideshow Bob.
What is the name of the bowling instructor Marge develops a crush on?
Aquarian Soul.
No. You want to pass?
Pass.
What type of animal does Mr. Byrne usually release to capture or scare away trespassers?
Dogs. The Hound.
In season 6, Homer joins an ancient secret society called what?
The Lost Artifact of Donut Eaters.
Yo.
Pass.
What? In the famous Treehouse of Horror segment, which classic novel does... Never mind. Classic, I'll let you have that.
All right, which classic?
Which classic novel does Lisa bring to life by reading it aloud during a thunderstorm?
What is Ghost Pressure and Casper Take Over the World?
You know what?
No, that's
You know
not
what?
Like I watched that episode actually.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
I'm fine. Okay, all right. So tally up those points, all right? We're gonna go ahead and start with you, Aquarian. Which character's catchphrase is haha?
Nelson.
Who is the first person mentioned in the Simpsons credit sequence?
Pass.
What is the name of the gambling tycoon and owner of the Monty Burns Casino?
Pass.
Which store is located right next to Moe's?
Pass.
What video game does Bart steal after Marge refuses to buy it for him?
Skateboarding champions of the world. Pass.
Yo. What year did the Simpsons movie be released?
93.
Nope.
98. 99. 97. Pass. Oh my
All
God.
right. What is the name of Ned Flanders' first wife?
Pass.
Okay. What is the secret ingredient in the Flamin' Mo cocktail?
Fire. Pass.
Ooh, who
I
voiced?
watched it for a long time.
Who is the mayor of Springfield?
Pass.
All right. Who says don't make me run, I'm full of chocolate?
Pass.
What fruit does Homer build out of ham cubes?
Pineapple, watermelon, pass.
All right. Who voiced Bart's girlfriend, Jessica?
Pass.
Okay, what is the name of the voice actor of Marge Simpson?
The lady that just passed. Because I'm passing.
What is the first name of Mo's boxing alter ego?
Is it over yet? Pass.
Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, you're done.
I'm so done. I haven't watched
I'm glad I went first,
I'm
dog.
sorry,
I'm
like-
glad I went first, man. I knew the first. I'm going
God.
Do you know Springfield's local newspaper name? No? Oh, okay. All right, you guys. All right, so we have it. We have it there. I hope you got the points. You don't watch The Simpsons?
I watched Simpsons when I was a kid. I have not watched none of it since I got.
Okay, so we got the points, y'all.
So, final score. We got Casper with 12, Aquarian Soul with 6.
Took that home on the second round. You are now coming in, this is Family Affairs, where we tap into some of the classics of the 90s, you know, the family sitcoms that we was watching back in the day. And when y'all hear about who next week we're covering, stay tuned for that, because that will be announced at the end of the show. All right, so we are on the second segment of Modern Family Dynamics, and we are going to hear a scenario or watch a scenario. We're going to get this second scenario going and kind of chop it up and discuss as it pertains to real life.
Look, everybody, yesterday was a real eye-opener. We've got to do better as a family. So tonight, we're not going to shovel food in our mouth while we stare at the TV. We're going to eat at the dining room table like a normal family.
Happy, Dad?
Yes.
Good. Then shovel.
No, we're going to say grace first.
Okay. Rub-a-dub-dub, face the rub. Ah.
No! Hey, Carlos, boy, Lord. A can of dinner and bow your head. Dear Lord, thank you for this microwave bounty, even though we don't deserve it. I mean, our kids are uncontrollable hellions, pardon my French, but they act like savages. Did you see them at the picnic? Oh, of course you did. You're everywhere. You're omnivorous. Oh, Lord, why did you spite me with this family?
Amen. Let's eat.
No, I'm not done yet.
But Homer, how long are we supposed to sit here and listen to you badmouth us to the man upstairs?
I'm sorry, Mark, but sometimes I think we're the...
Now, there was a hell of a lot of scenarios in that scene. I'm gonna let y'all discuss it.
Are y'all family big on that? Like to where you sit down at the table every Sunday? Do you feel that families are being impacted by not sitting at the table, having that family time? You know.
So again, rare moment. I'm gonna get serious. You know, rare moment. I'll be back with you in a minute. So there was a situation that I personally went through where I felt like, I feel like, we always playing with the phones. We always, watching TV. We always doing something that I felt like, dinner time, let's sit around the table. Let's talk about what we did and share stories and everything. And I got a lot of pushback. You know what I'm saying? People didn't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I really had to kind of put my foot down, but I do feel like that it's something to be said about, unplugging, even if it's just, for 20, 30 minutes, it's something to be said about completely unplugging, putting down the phones, turning off the TV, and then really just coming together as a family. Because what I will say is if you continue to not do that, that can low-key start something that could break down the family. You have to be able to connect with each other without phones, without, just be able to talk like, hey, how was your day, Aquarian? Oh, my day was good. Even in spring, just like, how was your day? Tell me about your day. You know what I'm saying? Without all the extra stuff. It's really something to be said. And I really feel like, if you don't spend time together, not even as a family, but just spend time with people and continue to let like social media, games, all this stuff take over, then you kind of lose touch on what, it is to being a person. We kind of get in this robot mentality. So with me, I definitely feel like eating at the table is huge. Because, you're only going to be there 30 minutes. What's 30 minutes?
Okay, we got our family expert of this week to kind of chime in on the topic at hand. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. Casper is absolutely 100% right. You have to decompress from all the outside stuff to sit down and eat. My grandmama used to cook every day. and we would have to sit down and eat the food whether we liked it or not. We didn't finish the vegetables, we'd be the only ones sitting at the table. But at least at that time, we did have enough time to connect and bond. I'm gonna say this, some of y'all need to learn how to cook. I'm just saying, respect. Y'all throw stuff in the microwave and y'all some air frying mamas and y'all drop that food down and tell them kids, here go an iPad and get out my face. So break the generational curses that we've started. From 70s, 80s, 90s, baby, we started that trend of I ain't got time to sit down at dinner and thank you for the food, lay you by. So we have to instill these qualities that we used to get from our big mamas. I need to get these kids off of these devices and start spending some time with them. Go throw a ball with them. They don't know what outside look like no more. There's no Wi-Fi outside. These kids not going. So we got to be the ones to change the trajectory of these children.
And to piggyback on what Mom's teacher said, this podcast I listened to, and it's amazing, when I was growing up, the biggest thing was you wanted to get old enough to drive. You wanted to drive. And kids these days, they don't even want to drive. They just want to Uber everywhere. They ain't even concerned with getting their license or nothing. It's just like a different time because you be so stuck on, like, what can I do with my phone? What can I do right now? It's like, when I was coming up, I wanted to drive and do my own thing. Now, my son don't even care about driving. He's just like, I'll just Uber everywhere I want to go. He don't even care about driving. So it's a different time, but you definitely got to unplug.
Yeah, definitely different time. Shout out to Kelly saying my kid's outside right now, okay? It was a time where we actually wanted to play outside. We wanted to, and the neighbors, the whole block knew each other. Like, the moms, the parents know each other. And that's, now when I go out, I see a lot of kids with the big butterfly tablet, the ones that, they just hold, even like they be 2 years old, 3 years old. They got the tablet like a suitcase, boss baby style, and they be at dinner. So what do you think about this scene, Aquarian?
A few things come to mind, right? So I was born in 87, right? So I feel like that was 37 years ago. The world is completely different today than it was when I was born and when we came into the world, right? Like, we didn't have these cell phones. We barely had TVs, right? Like it wasn't if we sat in front of the TV, we sat in front of the TV as a family enjoying the same thing together. Right? Nowadays, social media, the phones are raising the kids and they care more about what's on the phone than they do anything else. News is gotten from the phone. It's not, people don't read newspapers no more, things of that nature, right? But when I look at what he was doing, he was watching his family being sucked into the TV and not actually engaging with each other, right? And the moment he cut the TV off, it's like, oh, what is this? It just became a factor, right? Why are you just so wrapped up into that TV that you're mad at the fact that I cut it off? Right? Now, another thing that I did see was I do get annoyed when people want to pray super long when we trying to eat. Now, that's another piece that I got up out of that, because it's okay, all right, cool. You got us at the dinner table. We ready to eat. All right, I pray. Boom. You want me to? You start this long prayer? Okay. Are you done? It reminds me of going to church. Right? When pastor always be like, I ain't gonna take too long. You know that you about to be there another 2 hours. Right? You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of crazy. But over and all, the family structure has deteriorated so far. Within those 37 years, this is where I made that point. Right? Within those 37 years, the family structure, American-wise, and it seeps into our culture as well, has been deteriorated so far that people don't want to. I remember when I was a kid, the punishment used to be go outside. You know what I'm saying? That used to be the punishment. Go outside. We used to love that. Like what? Absolutely, I'll go outside. Now people don't you don't want to go outside without your phone. You don't want to go outside without some sort of electronic. Everything is different. I can go into so many different directions, but I want to stay focused on the table, the food piece. I don't want to.
But I love it. I love the fact that that's what I wanted to create family affairs for, a space that we could really dive into those good fun moments of our childhood. And I'm loving the energy in here. Just seeing Callie saying he had 6 channels growing up, or me and my cousin.
And it was free. And it was free. You didn't have to pay. Man.
It was limited, so we were forced to connect a little bit more, back then. So chill, Casper, if you have the last scene of the show, if we can see, this is gonna tie it all together with everything that we discussed. And I feel like when it comes to just family, there's so many different dynamics, so many different types of family, right? So many ways that we can do it. And this show is gonna be that, that space where you can kind of talk about these things. or maybe get like a family expert, you know, to kind of chime in and give you a different perspective on how to deal with our real life situations. So we're gonna see this last scene and we're gonna close out Family Affairs, the premiere, and I will announce what the next show will be next week.
You said we were going out for frosty chocolate milkshakes.
Well, I lied.
Simpsons? Welcome. So what brings you to family therapy?
Well, Doc, it's like this. We're all drunk and crazy. I don't know what to do.
So Marissa wasn't on
Lisa!
Oh boy, Nibs.
Oh man, let me get a cigarette from you.
We never laugh anymore, Doc.
You can say that again. The moment life is life. For once, we don't ask correctability.
Shut up!
There seems some deep-seated hostility here. Why don't we all take a deep cleansing breath? Don't you think you've had enough mint, son?
Keep beating to that bull's in.
Put those mints back, boy.
Lord, you little slob! You ruined the whole bowl!
Don't talk to my brother like that, you big oaf.
Oh, why, you little borderline psychotic!
Don't talk to my daughter like that.
Oh, yeah? Now you're gonna bully me like you bully your kids?
We don't like you, sir.
Leave this office, please.
Everything that we talked about today, you know, whether it is sitting at the family table together, you know, looking at another sibling getting other treatment that we're, you know, receiving. And I feel like a lot of families don't normalize going to therapy, individually or collectively, right? And just seeing that scene showed me at the end of the day, like, I don't care. It's the world against us. It's them versus us, you know? So they went in there, they said that they were the considered the worst family. That's what Homer said, that they were considered the worst family because they didn't sit down and eat together. But were they really? Because they came together to protect each other. In the end, do y'all see how all that tied up together like that?
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, my cousin crazy. Yeah, my sister maybe this or that. But touch her, say something to her, do something disrespectful to her. We're gonna band together. We fight all day. You can't fight my sister. You can't fight my brother. You can't come for my people. Even though, literally, we could be fighting over who gets mom attention, right? But then if somebody does something to her, I'm going off, and the same with her. So it's like at the end of the day, you know that you're related by blood, but some family members, you know, just don't play with family at all. Yeah, some families that are not so equally yoked, and they may need therapy, but how you gonna get them all in one place at one time? So the therapy thing is good. It might help some of these people wean off some of their bad habits, but if you know you family, you see somebody on the streets messing with your family, you're gonna get in there. You're gonna get in there and do what you gotta do. That's for my siblings. Some of my cousins be doing stuff I have no control over. Whatever behind whooping they got, they deserve. But definitely you gotta make sure that you protect your family at the end of the day. But it's a great show. I love it. I love it here. I love it.
I appreciate that so much. So any closing remarks, fellas, on this last scene? We had our family expert chime in and give her take on it. What do y'all think?
Mom's speeches was saying, we may bicker and fight, but can't nobody else do it. You know what I'm saying? It was a situation, I won't go into names, but it was a situation on tag where I was just live hopping, and I walked into a live, and one of my family members looked like they was getting jumped. I don't need to know no details. I don't need to know nothing about it. I'm just like, we not finna do this, you know what I'm saying? So right. It was 1 on 20, now it can be 2 on 20. I don't even need to know the details. Like, we can talk and iron out the stuff later, but right now, I got your back. You feel me? Like, it's not going down like that. And I feel like that's how it's gotta be, you know what I'm saying? We can fight, we can argue, but it ain't gonna be nobody on the outside disrespect. Nah, it's us versus everybody, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I took away from it. Then, while we might bicker and fight, ain't nobody else gonna do nothing, you know what I'm saying? Because it's still the family at the end of the day. And
what better, to start this show off with but the Scouts, We see how y'all rock together. We see how y'all show up for each other. That's not something that we can minimize. I love the connection that y'all have, and you can never tell that anything is going on. You get what I'm saying? At the end
I
of
be
the
getting
day,
jumped. I be getting jumped in the group chat.
you see
I be
that-
getting beat up.
Well, you see
Aquarian
that-
was leading the charge the other day.
That shield got some, you know what I'm saying? That shield is shielding. Okay? Aquarian, what you feel about this last, that one right there?
I don't want to take up too much time, but that's a few things that caught my eye in that clip right there because you wanted me to be more introspective with, so I made sure I looked at it a different way. Around the time that The Simpsons came out, like, therapy wasn't something that was highly recommended and able for you to actually talk about in the open light. And you kind of see that relate within the way they came in, how they each have so many problems. One thing I noticed, the mom, Marge, she went straight to knitting. That's how she handles her problems, like, right? She doesn't have to do all the yelling and screaming at each other. She goes to her little quiet place, her silent place. But you see how they each had a problem and all of that. But as soon as you started talking stuff about one of them, like, it's over. Like, and that's how family is. Family, friends, like, you know what I'm saying, like, whoever it is that you consider your family, like, they don't have to be blood, like, right? I don't have to be bloodline related to you in order for me to consider you as family, like, you know what I'm saying, like, and the way that it goes is like, I may fight you, you may fight me, like, we may scrap it out, like, but what you think we gonna do to you as soon as you start talking shit, bro? Like, what's up? Like, you feel me? Like why you thought it was funny to sit here and start, okay, like, I mean, even when we was kids, like, bro, you couldn't even laugh at you getting your ass beat because mama's gonna whoop your ass too. You ain't even my son. You laugh, you think it's funny? You about to get whooped too. That happened to me a few times. I was like, bro, how I catch it straight? Like, what?
Like, even behind the scenes, can we touch on it? Even behind the scenes, I'm going to protect you, and anytime anybody says anything about you, you don't have to be in the building. Not too much. Calm down now. Calm down. That's my fam. That's my people. You know what I mean? And that comes with being on this app as well. Like, work it all in together. Like, your family is not only your blood, but, you know, it is all the descendants of a common ancestor. Think about that.
I want to make one more comment that someone said to me that I appreciate, right? Someone once said to me, I think it was like a mentor of mine or something. She said, I can walk into a room full of enemies, and if you're there for me to support, I'm going to be there to support you. Like, doesn't matter who else is in that room.
Okay, Aquarian, don't be you go, boy. Okay, so I got a last challenge on our way out of the door.
Okay.
For the first person that can type the right answer to what family sitcom we are covering next week will get a small gift in their inbox after the show. And yeah, you gonna get a prize. So when you are right, I will play the song. When I see the right answer, I'm gonna play the intro and we gonna get into it. Keep guessing, y'all. Keep guessing.
Miss Ness, stop it, ma'am. Stop it, miss.
Keep guessing, y'all. What do y'all think we're doing next week?
Okay, we're playing the music. Okay, we're playing the music, right?
And thank y'all so much for pulling up to FET. When I see the right answer in the comments, I will send you a hi. Okay, we got a winner. We got a winner, y'all. Thank y'all so much for pulling up to Family Affairs and taking your time out on this family day to spend with me. This is gonna be on next week's show. So let me go ahead and send the winner a hi real quick, and y'all gonna find out what we gonna do next week. Let's go! Hey,
how y'all feeling?
We're doing Martin, okay? So make sure y'all pull up to next week, Sunday at 4 p.m. for the Family Affairs. And baby, I already got the questions, okay? If you want to be the family affair expert to box up and chime in about the scenarios and stuff like that, definitely hit myself up, Chill Casper, Ghost Pressure, Shawnee, anybody that you know that be around me for real, you can hit us up and let us know so we can set you up for the next show. I want y'all to come through here, put your childhood, your inner child cap on and explore with me through the 90s family sitcom. This has been Family Affairs, the premiere, y'all. If you want to go ahead and give your closing remarks, let the people know where to find you. And I appreciate y'all fellas for freeing up your time for me today. I hope y'all enjoyed the show.
Absolutely, Aquarian. So I'm gonna glitch in the matrix. I don't be doing too much. I just be chilling, like, right? Admin I just go with Top Badge LD Drug Show. That's gonna be Modern Day Bay. Tuesdays, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, admin for Top Bet Strawberry Red Show. Life Happens to Strawberry Red. That's every Thursday, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And a whole plethora of other different places. I won't take your time out of each ear by talking about too many of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? You said I was doing too much? Mind your business.
Well, first of all, great show to you. I think the concept was good. The flow was good. I like how you went. You didn't do all the questions together, but you did questions and a scenario question. So I love the format of the show. So shout out to you. I think that people underestimate how hard it is to come up with good content, but original content. Definitely difficult to do. And so I definitely salute anybody out here doing it. And I think this is an original idea. It's a great idea. And so definitely salute to you on a great show. If you ever need me, just definitely give me a shout. I will pull up. Shout out to my girl. She is absent. Shout out to my first lady, Elder Drug. I think she at work, but shout out to her. She does have that feature show, and then me and her do his or hers tonight. Other than that, man, you know what I'm saying? If you need me, give me a shout. Great show. That's my time.
Thank y'all. This has been Family Affairs, y'all. Happy Sunday. I appreciate y'all.